So the best thing, if you want to find out things about temple organization, so the best thing would be to find out a search for the word temple in the database. But what happens is, if we search in the database the word temple, we find a lot of hits, something around 7,000 or something hits. Just a second. Yes. So temple gives 7,418 hits. That is a huge amount of study for a single person. So there is another method or a shortcut method just to begin this study. That is, when Prabhupada wants to say something about a particular topic, he usually says it, that's Prabhupada's vocabulary. He usually adds the word means to it. So when, say for example, this means or that means, or he wants to talk about grihasthas, he would say grihastha means this, or temple worship means this, brahmachari means this. So he would add this means. Likewise, for temple, if he wants to talk about temple, usually he would say temple means. So this is Prabhupada's usual vocabulary. So this is what we are going to do exactly now. We will be searching for, instead of temple, we would find for make a search for temple means, and that we are hoping to give us an amount of data that will be precise, more or less, and not complete but precise, whatever we need to start the study, and will be an amount that will be within our capacity to study. So that's exactly what we'll be doing now. So instead of temple, now we'll be searching for the word temple means. So 35 hits. These are the check boxes. These are the places I'm looking. These are more or less the direct Prabhupada sources. And temple means in the string search gives 35 hits. And most of the hits are good, are relating. They are contextually usable in our study. Like this one, first one. But to live in temple means to live in Vaikuntha. Everything in temple is worshipable as Lord Vishnu or Krishna. Next step. To live with devotees or to live in a temple, to associate with a temple means to associate with Shravan Kirtan process. This is very useful. You can read it and we can just take out the amount of context. Say this much is relevant. Say for example, just copy it and we can collect it in a place. So likewise, even this one, very much related. People would come for being educated. So temple means it is an educational center. So these things are related. So we collect those things. But there are certain places which are not contextually useful, or they are not said by Prabhupada. Like for example, this one, 21st. This is said by Dr. Patel. Temple means another creed of. Prabhupada is not saying it. So this is not taken. So in sum, there were around 23 total extract paragraphs which were found to be in relation, that were useful for temple organization, that told something about the temple. And we'll be using this as our basic collection of study. By the way, this is not entire database. This is as I showed you. Step 2. Step 2 is rearrangement as per theme thread for clear understanding of the thought flow. Prabhupada, when he speaks specifically, he has a thought flow. So this is only just to try to understand and rearrange the words, same Prabhupada words, not deleting anything, but in a way that will give a systematic thought flow, that we'll be able to catch the Prabhupada's way of thinking. I am going to take one example of this 8th extract, and we'll try to do it. This is the 8th one, and you will understand what exactly it means by rearranging it in a thematic manner. This temple means an opportunity, a process, a simple process. Not simple for ordinary men, but actually it is a simple process. So it is, Prabhupada is saying it's a process. Anyone can smell. So here Prabhupada is starting the process now. So I am cutting this down here. Anyone can smell flower offered to Krishna. Anyone can eat the foodstuffs offered to Krishna. Anyone can see the deity so nicely decorated. Anyone can hear Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So we have got these senses. So if we engage our senses in this way, our seeing power, our hearing power, our talking power, our smelling power, our touching power, our tasting power, in this way, if we engage anything in connection with Krishna, very easily we become Krishna conscious. So if you do this, then if we engage in this way, very easily we become Krishna conscious. This is the next step. And as soon as we become Krishna conscious, then our life is successful. So these are the 4 steps. If you do this, this will happen. If you do this, this will happen. If you do this, this will happen. I'll just try to mark if we can. So if we engage our senses in this way, this is important. Of course, everything is important, but I am trying to figure out the theme. If we engage everything in this connection with Krishna, engage everything in connection with Krishna, very easily we become Krishna conscious. We become Krishna conscious. And as soon as we become Krishna conscious, then our life is successful. So this is the process. If you do this, this will happen. If you do this, this will happen. If you do this, this will happen. If we engage our senses in this way, engage everything in connection with Krishna, we become successful in Krishna consciousness, our life is successful. This is the process. But I have kept it upside down. Meaning the final product up at the top. Yeah. So this is the final thing that we are aiming. So that's how I have broken it up. But in actual, I have done it like this. Just indented it. That is it. So this is the way I have done it. Done for every. This one is a relatively bit easier, but others may have different themes, more than one theme. But just to give an understanding how this is done. This is the way I have done the second step. This is done for all. So this is interim step 1. Breaking down into themes. All of them. Mind you, there is no deletion in this second step. The second step, basically here the first. This step leads to the next step, that is categorization. All of these threads may have some common points. So I have tried to categorize them. Here Prabhupada is talking about everyone, and this is a common theme for, common heading for Pancharatriki Vidhi and Bhagavad Vidhi. Purpose of temple. Temple means, this is purpose of temple basically. Prabhupada is talking. So all these themes, they are talking of purpose of temple. Themes under the heading of hierarchy gives hierarchy. Like, it will tell you about what is under what. Like for example here this. Temple worship means you must distribute prasadam. So if you read, you will understand he is placing prasadam distribution under temple worship. That's how if you have prasadam distribution department, it will come under deity worship department. Not kitchen really. And process. These under the heading of process, all the process related themes will come. Just like the one we did just now. This is the one. This was done earlier, and earlier I think it was a better version than I did today. But essentially it remains the same. Meaning remains the same. So these are the categories. We have tried to categorize them. Try to find out the theme again in a broader sense. Now the third step, next step, is trying to find out the middle piece. Like when you solve a puzzle, initially you need to find certain pieces and make a sensible picture out of it. At least some pieces should be joined. Then other pieces can be easily joined. At least you need some kind of skeleton. So this is the next. And that's why the process heading themes are very useful. Process and hierarchy. These two are very, very useful in initial building of the architecture or of the map, of any map. These are very useful. And that's exactly what we will be doing now. I found 11 such themes important. And one of such themes is one of the one we did. That is the 8th one. So there are 11 such themes which I found useful for this purpose. And this is the 8th one, which here in the 4th step is the first amongst the 11. This step we have seen already. Next, this is only the theme part, trying to understand the theme part. The underlying part, I have written it here. Everything else I have removed and given it the name red theme and also colored it red. This is the original paragraph and the red theme underlined. Likewise, there is a green theme. Third is the maroon theme. Fourth is the yellow theme. Fifth is magenta. Sixth is purple theme. Orange red theme. Deep sky blue theme. Lime, teal and blue. Such 11 themes. Now you remember the elephant. This particular part is synonymous to the elephants collecting data. Remember this one? The first theme is synonymous to the first collection. Second, third, fourth. Likewise, all 11. This is the stage where we have reached. Now the next step is integrating all this. So this is the red theme, its original paragraph, and all that I have done is place them one after another in order. Liberated from bondage of birth and death, placed it on the top. As soon as we become Krishna conscious, if we engage everything in connection with Krishna. Second, and then we engage our senses. Anyone can see deity so nicely decorated. Anyone can hear Hare Krishna mantra. This is the last. This is the same, and there is a reason for that, and you will understand. Now, although you may wonder where are these boxes coming from, this requires a bit of rough work and a mental mapping, mental understanding of the map. So it is very, very, very difficult to present it in a video format that way. But this will give you an idea of how it is done. This was the first theme, red theme. Let's go to the next one. Similarly, the green theme. Now here, you will note that the first part, always think of Krishna, take everything in relation with Krishna. This is same as soon as we become Krishna conscious, if we engage everything in connection with Krishna. This is same as this. And that is the reason I have put them into one single box. And this is same as one overlapping above another, in which certain portions are common for 1 and 2. Like this portion is common for 1 and 2, a little bit. There is intersection. And that's how we know they are same. Like even certain portion of these two are common. A bit of this elephant's trunk is common. That's this. So that was second. And of course the remaining, if we take a we take a spot, the temple. Temple means Krishna is there. These are the process of devotional service. That we worship the deity. This is again common for the first. This was discussed. So green part, again there is a common theme. So deity worship, both are here. So that's why they are both in the same box. So that was the second theme. Similarly, now the third theme and the fourth one, fifth one, magenta theme, the sixth theme, the seventh theme, the eighth theme, the ninth theme, the 10th one, finally the 11th one. This gives us the complete chart. This is the complete chart, complete picture. This is the same map but monocolor. The blue ones are the shlokas that Prabhupada has quoted. Now you will see that most of the blocks, they have a shloka that govern it, like Prabhupada, Samsar Chakra Khandanath or Manmana Bhavat Bhakto. So these are the shlokas like Pancharatrigi Vidhi, Bhagavad Vidhi, and deity worship department. It is Prabhupada very much quotes this verse when he speaks of deity worship. Sri Vigraha Aradhana Nityanana. And even this one, Swakarmana Tam Abhyarchan. And so these are the different verses that govern particular box, are the reasons for that particular box. Of course, I'm sorry you may not be able to see them in this presentation here, but the file is available for download. You can view it. And as I said in the beginning, this map may have some limitations or a bit of this is not very clear in this map, or this is, that is definitely possible. Even I can see this, like this particular area can be questioned. Yes, so this particular part is not clear. Yes, but this will definitely give you the skeleton, the middle piece, and other pieces can easily join in. So this is the beginning, the first draft, and it will give you an idea that yes, it can be done this way. Now you will say, how do we make the departments? Let's see the next one. Now if you notice, this can be differentiated into two parts: internally practical and externally practical component. What is internally practical? Like going back to Godhead, or immediately you become bhakta. This is internally practical. Manmana bhavat bhakto. This is internally practical. Or adnyata sukruti. Temple means practice. So these things are internally practical. You cannot externally show it. But these are externally practical. Like even imitating. So imitate a devotee. Someone outsider comes and imitates a devotee. That is also good, Prabhupada says. That is sadhu sangha. And then big gorgeous temple means people will be attracted to come. So big gorgeous temple is possible. People will be attracted. That is possible. So these things are practical. Deity worship, this is possible. This is about education center. So these things are practical things. So externally practical component and internally practical component. Now why is this differentiation? Why is this segregation made? From externally practical component, we can make departments. How is that? Let's take only one example of this deity department. This department has, Prabhupada says, 3-4 things. Krishna says, Swakarmanantam abhyarcha. That is, worshipping with occupational duty. We distribute prasadam, so this is our distribution. Worshipping the deity. And there is also cleaning the temple, which is not here but in another, because we have taken only 11 of them. There are other, out of the 23, only 11 we took to make this particular skeleton, so that we just get the first piece. But other pieces are also very, very, very useful. Amongst the remaining pieces, there is a description of temple is about cleaning. So cleaning also comes under this. So from there, we get these 4 departments. Not exactly departments, but activities to be done under deity worship. So it says deity worship, that is Shri Vigrahara. So nicely dressed, Shri Vigraha, nicely dressed, nicely worship. So these are the details of that particular department, Prabhupada is saying. Second is cleaning the temple. And again, cleaning the temple very nicely. The sitting place must be this, and then prasadam distribution. Temple worship means distribute the prasadam to poor. That is the duty of every temple. And then these are the details. Prabhupada even gives in one place the menu for the prasadam distribution. And then service opportunity giver department. This is something that I have given name. You just try to worship the Supreme Lord by the result of your occupation, because Krishna requires everything. So if you are a potter, you supply pots. If you are a flowerist, you supply flowers, and etc. And interestingly, so this temple should be organized in such a way that we don't require any money. It more or less eradicates the account department. Now, if you notice that all of these activities are very big, and that is the reason a separate department has been allotted. Not necessarily the departments, if everything can be done under one heading of deity worship, that will be best. But for practical purposes, we may make sub-departments. And just as prasadam distribution is under deity department, so is cleaning everywhere. Which also means that public toilet cleaning is also the job of deity department, not paid employees. And all of that falls under Pancharatriki Vidhi, Pancharatriki Marg. So the hierarchy is clear. Pancharatriki Marg, you can call this a department or whatever. In that comes deity worship, and under deity worship, these 4 big activities, for which we may make departments or not, but these 4 activities are to be done as they are. And if you notice very interestingly, all these 4 activities are governed by a particular shloka, and that shloka has a particular meaning to the aim of life. Like Swakarmanatam Abhyarcha. This particular shloka governs this department or this particular activity. Now, if you're a potter, you supply pots. What will happen because of that? That will fulfill this Swakarmanatam Abhyarcha. Now, if you remember, Swakarmanatam Abhyarcha has a connection with the Varnashram principles, Varnashram philosophy that we had discussed. And even here, if you can see, so if you engage this, then what will happen? You go up, you become Krishna conscious. If you engage everything in connection with Krishna, then you become Bhakta, and then one can be delivered. Therefore, everything has to be having a connection with the ultimate aim, ultimate goal, and that Prabhupada can give. That is the glory. Prabhupada gives every department, every box is governed by a particular shloka, and that is the goal of that particular department. Not that first we make department and then we decide the goal somehow. That's not the way. First you decide the goal of the department, and then the department if needed. Similarly, for Bhagavad Marg also, here the preaching department will come, and all other things, Kirtan and everything else. So, whole thing can come. Here, gorgeous temple, people will be attracted. Here Prabhupada gives a lot of details about how temples should be decorated. So all these departments come under this hierarchy, and there are a lot of details. By the way, these 4 departments, as the example I have given, this is not all that Prabhupada said. This is all only in the search of temple means only. That is it. But if you search for particular department like DT department, you will find umpteen more instructions about everything, and this can all the more be filled with detailed instructions of everything. And that's how all the departments of the temple can come up with specific goals, authorized and detailed instructions about what is to be focused in that department and how that department should be running, what is to be done, everything practical. This is the way it could be done. But again, as I said, this is just the beginning. This is an incomplete, a first draft of it. This may have a bit of minor inconsistencies, but yes, it will definitely give the idea of how things could be done. And that's how departments could be made. That's it.